Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. This is strange. This is very strange. This is very weird. I am doing a watch along. What the hell am I doing at my house with a microphone, with my computer, doing a watch along? What is going on here? I don't live that far from London, and I've got tickets to the game. So what am I doing? Well, there's been a big fuck up. There's been a big mistake. Let's just put it like that. And it was either going to be I was going to miss the majority of the match, but I would have still gone, or I could have stayed at home and watched the whole game. And I decided I don't want to miss most of the match and just see the end. I want to see the whole thing. And that's why I've decided to do a watch along. So this is very unusual for me. This is not something that I'm going to be doing regularly, at least not in the short-term future. But it is something I've done before. I enjoy a good watch along. I've done a few for the ladies, and we did our studio sessions last year as well. So it's going to happen today, guys. Today we've got a watch along, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching this game in a way that I don't usually do it. I should really be in the stadium, doing a vlog and doing the fan cams, etc. But it's going to be a bit of a tricky situation getting everything done in that regard, because obviously I have the equipment, and yeah, I think we will have a vlog, but fan cams is going to be tough. So I apologize for that. But yeah, listen, I'm happy to be here, happy to do a watch along regardless. And to be fair, like if it goes well, I'll consider doing some in the future. So big up to all of you. I got my cup of tea, my Winnie the Pooh cup of the tea. Winnie the Pooh? Yeah. Winnie the Pooh, there you go. And Winnie the Pooh's a very relaxed character, isn't he? Do I feel relaxed? Nope. But I feel like this is a great time to play against Crystal Palace. So we're going to dive into it, guys. We're going to look at both teams. Obviously, the lineups are already out as it stands, and we want to see how both of these guys are setting up. How are Chelsea setting up? How are Palace setting up? And what is the latest going into this match? So without further ado, let's dive straight into it. Let's dive straight into it, guys. These are the two lineups here. Let's look at Palace first. Okay. Glasner's obviously in charge. Looks like they're going to go with a 3-4-2-1, and that's at least according to this. They'll have the two wing backs, though. So it's kind of like a back five, if you want to call it that. Mitchell and Munez, who I'm big fans of. I like both of them. Richards, Lacroix, Canvot, Adam Wharton. Beautiful midfield there with Lerma. Sarr, Mateta, Johnson on the right-hand side. Henderson in goal. And then on the bench, this is what they're working with. Benitez, Devaney, Will Hughes. Funny story about Will Hughes, guys. One of my first ever jobs, I used to knock on people's doors and sell them things. And I once bumped into Will Hughes and his girlfriend walking their dog, or their two dogs, and had a good chat with them. That was around COVID, so that was fun. Pino, Riyad, Rodney, Sosa, Oche as well. It's not great, is it? It's not great. I mean, we should really be beating this Palace side. Let's be honest. This is a squad that's more than capable of getting a W. If we don't win this game, I'll be very, very disappointed. It's not the same as Paphos in terms of the disappointment that I feel, but it's not far off. That we can't go into this game and think of anything less than a win. But to sit here and say that it's going to be comfortable would be underestimating what Palace can do, and underestimating the history of this fixture as well. We always struggle. Whenever we play Crystal Palace, we struggle. And it's always late. You know, we never seem to win the game comfortably. It always seems like when we do play against Palace, it's a last-minute winner or something, you know, pretty minute that wins the game for us. I can't remember, generally speaking, thrashing Palace on a consistent basis. And I mean, I say that like we win every week, like every time we play them, but we don't. We've lost a couple as well. They were a bogey team for us once upon a time. I wouldn't say they're a bogey team anymore, but I would still come and say, like, when I look at Palace, I see a team that are threatening. Okay. I look at Palace maybe the same way I'd look at a Brentford, you know. Do not underestimate these guys. Don't underestimate what they can do. But yeah, James on the right, looks like he'll probably be inverting into the midfield. That's my best guess. And then we'll have like a back three with a midfield three. Fernandez will have room to drift in and around. Esteval cutting inside, Neto on the left, although I think there's an argument that maybe we might see Esteval starting on the left. I'd be intrigued to see what we do there. And João Pedro up top, Caicedo and Santos in the midfield. In terms of the bench, Achimpong, remember last year under Maresca, I think he made his Premier League debut, right, at Palace? And played very well. Should have scored a goal, if I'm not wrong. He had a really good chance to header, but very impressed last time I saw Achimpong at Palace. Gittins on the bench, Delap, Fofana, Garnacho, Mark Guiu, Malagusto, Joral Hato, and Sharman Lowe as well on the bench. So all in all, guys, it's a good enough squad to beat these guys. I mean, if we're not winning this game, honestly, I mean, you know how I feel about Liam Rosnier. Big old Liam. The man who loves the Lego. Lego Liam. It's an expensive hobby, actually. But yeah, you got to win this game. You got to win this game. This is going to be a real challenge. And this is going to be one of those games where I think we learn about Liam Rosnier. But having said that, it's the same as Paphos in a lot of ways. It's like, yeah, we can learn if we're capable of winning these games, but you need to win. You're not going to get a big pat on the back for doing it. This is your job. And to be fair, he came in and said, I'm going to, I want to be remembered as a winning manager and I can't wait. Right, let's go through some of the comments, guys. Big up to Salim. Good to see Mac as well in the building. Harry, good to see you. Why am I not at the game? Because there was a big mistake. Let's just put it like that. I have a ticket, so ticket was never a problem. There was a big mistake. And because of that, I was going to miss most of the match if I went, due to travel problems, basically. So I just decided I'm not going to miss the game. I'd rather watch it at home and watch the whole thing rather than go and miss most of it. And that's the reason I'm doing the watch-along. So this is not something that I'm going to be doing consistently. It's not something I'm going to be doing all the time. But I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to be here, and like I'm willing to do it. So if people enjoy it, if I get a good reception on here today, then I will 100% do another one of these. But it wouldn't be something regular. Maybe in like a couple of years or something. Who knows? But as it stands, this is not a regular thing. Big up to Chidier as well. Hope you're doing well. Am I a season ticket holder? Yes, I am. Hola. You should do more of these. Thank you very much, Static. Louis says, come on, Chelsea. Big up to you, my friend. My score prediction, well, based on the lineup, Mac, I'm going to say my score prediction is, look, they have Mateta who wants to leave. The manager, Oliver Glasner, came out and said, I don't care who the next Crystal Palace manager is going to be. I'm not feeling an awful lot of unity on their side. Okay. They've got a good midfield, not a great midfield. We should still win that battle. Their defense, I think we can cover that. We've got Cucurella and James out wide. Netta will track back. Steve needs to do the defensive work, but you've got Santos who can cover as well. And I think Chalobah's capable of winning one-on-ones as well if need be. Goal threat for us, I think I can see Esteval getting a goal in this game. And I could potentially see maybe a set-piece goal as well. I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1 Chelsea, maybe even 3-1. 3-1 if I'm feeling good. I'm going 3-1. I'm feeling good, guys. 3-1. But these guys are not to be underestimated. Mac agrees with me. 3-1. No Palmer again. Says it all, doesn't it? He's off. I don't think that's necessarily true, Alan. I'm not sure if that's the way I'd look at it, mate. he's just literally recovering from an injury. And I think ultimately the medical staff just take a lot of precautions, right? We've gone from playing players because we need to win games now in terms of playing players to maintain their value. And if that value goes down because of an injury, that's a disaster in Chelsea's book, because all we care about is player trading. That's all Leg Barley wants. So if we can retain value and a player doesn't play, you still get the same money for them as you would 6 months ago when they were playing really well. We don't look at it that way, but that's the way they look at it in terms of the way they value their assets. And remember, these aren't players, they're assets. Amir says 3-0 to Chelsea. Chidi says 2-1, but it can't say who's going to win. Okay. Smash the like button, guys, if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel as well. Put your predictions in. Let's have a look at a few more. No Palmer yet. That's right. We struggle against Palace, Bournemouth, and Brentford all the time. I didn't need a ticket, Liam. I had travel problems. That's why I couldn't come. Why always Neto? Because Neto's reliable. Neto is reliable. He's not very sexy. I'll give you that. Esteval's a lot more sexy. But you know what you're going to get. Players who track back, player who pretty much gives you a 6, 7 out of 10 most games. But you never really go past that threshold, which I'll always agree with. But Esteval, you'll get that moment of magic. I think you've been overly harsh on Rafinha. Well, I haven't been harsh on Rafinha. I was harsh on the appointment of Rafinha. I mean, if we're being honest, if you're backing this appointment, then I don't know what to say. I mean, how can you back a man that's had less than 5 years of experience at the top level? It's incredible how anyone can think that way. I have no problem with people climbing the football pyramid. There's no issue with that. Sarri did that. Potter was a great example of that. Thoroughly deserved a top job. Maybe not Chelsea, but a better job than Brighton at the time. There's plenty of people that have come into Chelsea that I've had no issue with those appointments. I mean, this guy managed Hull, and next thing you know, he's managing Strasbourg, and I think he's doing a good job at Strasbourg. Doesn't mean you're capable of managing Chelsea Football Club. Doesn't work like that. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's a terrible appointment. That won't change as it stands. But, I'm open to my opinion changing. It is only an opinion. It's not a fact. But if you're looking at facts, if you're looking at stats, do the statistics tell you that a manager with little more than 3 years experience not even at the top level, 1 or 2 years of experience in a first division management role is going to be successful at one of the biggest clubs in world football, when the ownership of that club is actively sabotaging you in terms of not giving you what you need to win straight away? They're actively sabotaging any manager who wants instantaneous success. And that's the harsh reality of our situation, guys. That's the harsh reality. We want to win now. I'm sure Liam Rafinha wants to win now, but he's not going to be backed like an Abramovich, like any manager would have been backed under Roman. Speaking of which, where's the book? There you go. One of my birthday presents. My birthday was yesterday. Got sanctioned. Inside the inside story of the sale of Chelsea FC. Check that out, guys. Got a hard copy as well. I said to Rachel, I said, that's very generous. She said that was the only one. Oh, fair enough. I'll take it anyway. Brilliant. So, yeah. I think it's brilliant, guys. So this will definitely be getting read in the next months or weeks, whatever it is, if I can finish my other book. Highly recommend it, guys, if you want to know more about what's going on at Chelsea. DJ Sav, I'm not going to the match today. I was going to, but I had some problems. I will be going to the game next weekend, and I will be going to the games after that. Guys, I am not stopping. It's not the end of the road for me. Don't you worry. I'm not going into semi-retirement. I'm going to the games. I'm doing the fan cams. I'm doing it all. I'm going to be at Napoli, West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves, Leeds, not Hull, if I'm honest. I'm not doing Hull. because that's just a ridiculous time to have a game. But I'll be at every other game apart from that. So you can count me in for 98% of all games this season, except for Crystal Palace and Holloway. Right, let's see if we can get this stream on, because I need to let's get this game on as well. You know, I speak to Lewis and I'm like, how do you do the streams, Lewis? And he says, oh, I do this stream, and then you know, I don't know how they do it. I just pay for Sky, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I just pay the money. I shouldn't pay the money, but I do. I don't like the hassle of having to go through all these different links. And, you know, there used to be some great streaming websites back in the day, but that has changed. Now it's a little bit harder. Right, the stream's coming up, guys, so it'll be with you very shortly. I'm looking forward to seeing what we do with James and with Cucurella. I'm hoping to see some more overlapping today. Yeah, we saw it in Rafinha's first game. We saw it when he wasn't there and we had McFarlane taking charge. I like seeing a good overlap, guys. I don't know about you, but for me, I haven't got anything against players inverting. That's not like it's not the biggest issue for me. But at the same time, it's like it would be nice to just see some good classic retro football. I mean, I call it retro like it's old school. Overlapping fullbacks used to be the trend when Conte was in charge. So, I mean, how can that change so quickly? Right. The stream is ready. The stream is ready. Put your score predictions in, guys, as well. Thank you for all the birthday messages, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, DJ Sav. Kenny thinks he's capable. I mean, listen, man. I'm all for people getting an opportunity, but you know, it's like saying, I don't know. You work in an office and you go from managing one of the smallest teams at a company to managing the largest one in the space of what, a year, 2 years? That's not very natural. That's the truth of it. That's the reality. It's not natural. That being said, I'm all for giving people chances if they can take that chance by the scruff of the neck. But there's no proof that anything good is going to happen in that sense. But let's see what happens today. I'm going to be judging today in the most unemotional way possible. I'm going to try and look at it logically and just take it for what it is in terms of what I'm seeing on the pitch. We're unbeaten in our last 16 Premier League meetings against Crystal Palace. Their last win against us was a 2-1 win in 2017. But we've got a good chance. Crystal Palace haven't won their last 7 games. I think we've won 2 of our last 10. So our record's not been particularly great either. So basically 2 relatively flat sides at the moment. But we're going in with a little bit of confidence, knowing that we had a clean sheet against Paphos, a clean sheet against Brentford as well, although I'd argue that none of those results were convincing in terms of the fact that we could have easily conceded against Paphos. They only had 1 good chance, but it was a great chance. They hit the post. And, you know, Brentford, we didn't look like we were in control. So those are some of the things that I'm looking at, and I'm going, okay, today I'm looking for more control, guys. I want to see control. And if I'm not seeing control, I want to see aggression and clinical behavior. You get a chance, go for it, score it. Don't pass backwards all the time. Be simple, be creative, but don't be stupid. Pass out from the back when the moment's right. If you go long, if you've got to go long, go long. I actually think we've already learned that lesson as well. I'm not seeing Rafinha persist with that since the Arsenal game, which I'm glad to see. I am glad to see. I'm not you know, I do think he's adapted a little bit in that sense. Right, they're all walking out now.
Unbelievable plot lines that have unfolded, and here they are, Crystal Palace and Chelsea meeting again as they did way back in the August sunshine on the opening weekend of the season. Oliver Glasner taking charge of a Premier League game here.
Right, I need to put a timer on it, don't I? Or a score. Let's do that. I've got a score up. Bear in mind, this was very last minute, guys, as well. So I haven't really had time to go through anything crazy. But we've got a score on screen. We've got OK Jersey in the corner as well. If you want to get some nice cheap shirts, you can use the code CFTV for 8% off as well. Check them out. I might buy a shirt myself if we win. How about that? The amount of goals that we win by is the amount of shirts I'm going to buy. Be typical if we win 10-0, wouldn't it? Don't really fancy spending 150 quid. That's fine. Brennan Johnson. He's back in the Palace lineup as well. They've got a lot of pace, you know. Palace got a lot of pace. Johnson, Sarr, and Mateta, like, we've got to be a little bit careful of that. I'm intrigued to see what Wharton can do in the midfield as well. Santos as well in the midfield. Like, people don't give that guy enough credit. I had some people saying he's overrated. I was like, guys, what do you mean? He did a fantastic job in France, and he's not exactly been rubbish since he's come to Chelsea. I think you got to give him a little bit of support there. One player that I want to see something from, João Pedro. I'm begging you. I'm on my knees. I'm not a fan of João Pedro. I like Delap personally, but João Pedro today. This is your moment, you know. I want to see him on the score sheet, number one. Number two, I want to see him linking up well. I want to see him contributing. It's all great dropping deep, but if you're not going to actually make the players around you better, then I think it's pointless. And that's been one of my criticisms of João Pedro in recent weeks / months. Is that I don't feel like he's made enough players around him better. And if he is, that's great. But I need to see the goals as well. I mean, it's a high level, it's a high standard, but I'm going to expect twice as much from a player that's cost 60 million as opposed to a player like Delap who costs half that amount. And also, he's got multiple years of Premier League experience. So this isn't your first rodeo in the Premier League. Ismail Assar has the most runs in behind per 90 out of any of these players, averaging about 8 or 9 runs in behind. So that's going to be interesting, especially if we're playing a high line. Although I'm quite sure that we have a man-to-man approach when we defend as well, especially from the early days of watching what Rafinha's been doing. So it'll be interesting to see if we're man-to-man today in terms of the way we mark. We're about to kick off. And we are started. We have liftoff. Good to see you, Pierre. No fan cams today, sorry. Right, Cucurella is inverting. Lovely bit of play there. Okay, Steve's out wide. Enzo overlapping. Oh! Oh my God, that's not a bad start, you know. That's positive. That's lively. Cucurella absolutely pinged it. I thought there's no way that João Pedro is going to get on that, but we managed to get away with it. Steve laid it off, and it was blocked from one of the Palace players. I don't actually know if Fernandez was trying to cross it or go for goal. It looked like a cross to me. First set piece of the day, first corner. Always going short. We always go for the front post. Why? We always go near post. Every time. Yeah, Chalobah's on Mateta. He's done well. Are the rumours true about Cucurella, Palmer, and Enzo leaving in the summer? I mean, it's hard to say, isn't it, if we're being honest? But I could definitely see potentially one of them leaving, especially if we don't get Champions League. If we get Champions League, I think there's an argument that we can retain all of those players. I mean, I'd probably, if I had to pick one of the players, I think it would be Enzo, Cucurella, Palmer. Problem with Enzo is he's not profitable, so I don't really see what you're getting out of that if Chelsea are looking for profit. Cucurella is on the highest wage out of the three. Palmer's the most profitable, but he's also your best. They're all great assets. Like, we can't afford to lose any of them. If we're being realistic, I think that the player that we could afford to lose the most out of all three of them is Enzo. I think Enzo is replaceable if you spend the money right. But it's just a question of spec, because he is not elite. He is top, but he's not elite. You know, Enzo Fernandez is a very good Champions League level midfielder, but he hasn't shown the consistency that I would like to see from a player in that position. Like, if I'm looking at Fabregas and Kante as an example, like, I don't see Enzo Fernandez able to mimic what Fabregas did. You know, that consistency in terms of being able to constantly, you know, ping assists, grab goals as well, like control the midfield in that way. Whereas Caicedo's obviously already shown us what he can do. There's no doubts in my mind about him, and that's like a Kante, right? So I think that Caicedo in his own right would be pretty much able to get into any squad. There's very few teams that wouldn't take Caicedo, and if he was in a team and wasn't starting regularly, it wouldn't make any sense. Right now, it was intercepted. Palace clear. Mateta holds it up, pings it on. It looks like Muniz is coming on the right. He's whipping it. No, ball's in. Mateta shoots. Yeah, cleared from Cucurella, and Palace recycle possession again. I'm going to be intrigued to see how Wharton gets on as well, especially against Caicedo in that midfield. That's going to be a good battle. Would I rather get Champions League football or win a Carabao Cup? I'd rather get Champions League, if I'm being totally honest. But if you're asking me, my argument has always been about winning trophies when it comes to style of play. It's not a case of would I take Champions League or would I take Carabao? I'm going to spin the question and bring it back to you. Would you take Champions League being a very boring football team to watch? Or would you rather finish in a Europa League position and be a really exciting team to watch? And regardless of what competition you're in, you're not winning anything. So let me put that to you. It doesn't have anything to do with trophies. You're either Champions League and you're boring, or you're in the Europa League and you're exciting. I've had this argument a few times, but I honestly think that if I'm watching Chelsea every week, especially as a match-going fan, there's nothing worse than watching a boring team. No, what are you doing, Badiashile? Oh, what a save. Sanchez, you are a god. Benoit, what is that? Oh, too many touches. I mean, the pass wasn't great to begin with. Who gave him that pass? Was that Enzo? That was fucking... Oh, that was Neto. Now, I can't blame Neto entirely for that. It wasn't the best pass, but Benoit, you can't give it away like that. I think Mateta's got to do better as well. That he's got to finish that. Sanchez has done really well. Really, really well. Long throw as well coming in, guys. We don't like our long throws at all. We do not like our long throws. Badiashile, mate. Come on. Use your height. At least use your height, Benoit. Because you know, even when we had long throws, I think we had, was it long throws against Sunderland when Tosin was starting? I was like, mate, you're the tallest guy on the pitch and you've got no physicality. It's Badiashile against Mateta in there, so they're having a little wrestling match. All right, they're whipping it in, are they? No. Good pressure, good defending. Yeah, lovely. Well done, Cuckoo. Solid. It is rare that I do watch alongs. You know, we would do more if there was someone that was able to / willing to. But it's difficult. There was a time where we had everything going on a couple of years ago, but a little bit harder now. But you never know. We may come back to those days where we have watch-alongs regularly. We could get back to that. Oh, Wharton spins nicely. Good interception by Chalobah as well. There is an opportunity to counter here. Enzo releasing James, using his pace. Pings it. João Pedro falls to the ground in typical fashion. Can't say I'm particularly surprised there. And decides to complain. But I'm afraid, João, we need a little bit more physicality from you. And Palace, in fairness to them, even though everything I was saying earlier on about their manager not really caring, they are playing with a good intensity. They are playing with a bit of bite. Do I have a link for the live stream? Guys, I just use Sky Sports. I actually pay for it. I am that guy. I pay for it, and I'm sorry I can't help with any links. But if anyone is watching, I'll give you the time now, just so that we can watch at the same time, because I know it's a little bit annoying when I might be reacting and then you see something after. So it's right now I'm on 10, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So if you want to sync it up, you can. James is just about to take another corner. Second corner of the game for the Blues. Come on, lads. Near post again, for fuck's sake. Show some variety, people. Is this all we work on? Is this literally the only set piece we work on? Near post every week. I mean, we have a good success rate with it, but I don't understand why we don't change it up. It's always the same. It looks like some players are getting into a different position. Well, we went near post again. Our third corner in a row. You're on 11:30. Well, you might want to slow down, my friend, if you want to watch it at the same time. But if you are watching it, just don't spoil it. No spoilers, guys. I'm on 11:39. Corner comes in, flick on. Esteval doesn't really challenge. Cleared again from Palace. They're coming out. Caicedo. Oh, Enzo. Oh, in the box. Badiashile on it. Okay. Another bobbly one. Flick on. Steve-O. Right. Okay. Ball's coming in. Cuckoo. Up. Tell you one thing I've learned in recent games. Caicedo's got a great shot on him. You know when Jorginho used to be outside the box and people used to actually say shoot? I was like, are you serious? Why are you even wasting your time? But when Caicedo's there, I'll say it all day long. What a kit as well, guys, by the way. I do love this away kit. Ball in from James. Cucurella falls. There was no contact. Nato's got it, though. And Muniz slipped. Oh, yes, Enzo! Oh, that was... I don't know what are you chatting? Why is he patting on his arm for? Well, Cucurella was clearly onside when the ball came in, and it was a quick cross that came in. You know what? When you're in the box, you want to cause chaos, and we are doing that. We are doing that. So, right. So what Enzo's talking about is Lerma's. The ball hit Lerma's hand before Enzo actually connected with it. So he's saying that we should be looking at a penalty and that VAR should be reviewing it. But I think that's a little bit of a soft. That's a bit soft if the ref did go in that direction. I don't think it was a penalty. And yeah, Palace are just looking to come out and counter for sure. Forest have just scored away at Brentford. 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Igor Jesus on the score sheet, 12 minutes in. And so far, it's a pretty good start. It's a pretty good start in the sense that we are dominating, we are in control, but we have seen very early on as well that a moment of madness is all we need to self-sabotage. And I think especially against a side like Palace, who are waiting to capitalize on our own mistakes, that's all it takes, one moment of self-sabotage. Lovely pass from Chalobah there. That was a beautiful ball there. And this is a good pace. This is one thing that I'd be doubtful. Like, I know Badiashile made the mistake, but even if I'm looking at a player like Tosin, right? In moments like this where you've got to play quick, you've got to play fast, I'd still trust Badiashile so much more. I know he has that mistake in him, but Tosin more so. And when he does get the ball, he just holds it up. It's far too slow. That's a handball. Really? Nice control from João Pedro there. Beautiful. Well kept in by Neto as well. The one thing I've not really enjoyed with Rafinha in the past few games is the lack of structure that I see. It seems like we have a lot more freedom on the ball. But it also means that when players, individually want to do things that they were never able to do with Maresca, carry the ball a little bit more, link up in different positions, Rafinha does give them the freedom to do that. Oh, shot from Caicedo. outside the foot. Didn't really look like it was ever going in, to be fair. We're moving it fast, though, guys. We are moving it fast. Yeah, that was way wide from Caicedo. He came steaming in. He was always going to be the first to hit it, but there was too much competition around him. You feel Palace will win, Tim. I'll be honest, man. From what I'm seeing, it's looking good for us. But yeah, you're right. One goal can change everything. It's very different watching it on the telly, though. You know, I feel like if I was in the stadium, I might be looking at things a little bit differently. Yeah, Wharton does well. Caicedo was static. He just pounced on him. Great ball from Palace. And a great bit of defending as well by Andre Santos, because Johnson was there ready to come in on the end of that cross. That would have been a typical Brennan Johnson chance as well. Does absolutely nothing in the whole match and then manages to pop up with a moment. I wouldn't have been surprised there. And it's a corner for Palace. Now, we've seen ourselves take a few set pieces. We seem to do the same thing every time. And we've caused Palace some problems in the box. But in terms of goals conceded, we have the fourth most headed goals conceded in the Premier League with 7. Only behind Burnley, Bournemouth and West Ham. So I'm always nervous at moments like this. It's chipped far post. Lerma gets on the end of it. And it goes over the bar. Nice defending from João Pedro. He's competing at least. Good to see. It is man marking again today, isn't it? We are man marking. How have Palace still got the ball? Right. It's that time. James, Santos, Fernandez gives it away. Palace back on the ball. The nice thing today is I'm seeing a little bit more directness as well. Teams willing to actually go forward with the ball. Say what you want about possession, but I'd rather have less of it and make something happen. Nice defending. Cucurella. Neto's got space on that left-hand side. Just drive him, man. He knows you're not going to go on the right. Oh. Badia Shields man marking Sarr as well. He's coming right up the pitch. Yeah, it was a bit of a nasty challenge on Morton there from Caicedo. Was that a yellow? Yes, it is. 6th yellow card this season, Moyes. Come on, mate. Rafinha on the sideline. He does look quite cool, calm, and collected, Rafinha, but it's just I'm just looking for some aura, and I'm not seeing it. But maybe as time gets on, if he starts winning some games, we can have a conversation about that. But it's not there right now. I mean, one thing you will see, underdogs, if you're missing Jackson at least, you know, Delap is a player that runs. He makes runs in behind, and he's happy to run at players at times, especially in and around the box. He's pretty good at winning penalties as well. Oh, heavy touch from Santos. Done well, though. Got to have a tight space. Oh, that's great. Okay. But yeah, João Pedro is not that guy. He's not that guy. He's not a dribbler. He's not a runner. I don't really know what he is. That's the thing, isn't it? I'm looking for a clear identity, and I've got a player up front leading the lines who doesn't really have that. He's a bit of this and a bit of that. Drops deep at times. Villa 1-0 up against Newcastle as well. Buendia with the goal. Yeah, so Chalobah's all on Mateta. You got Lerma being marked by Enzo Fernandez. It's proper man marking all the way. I quite like it. I mean, it's strange because we never did that with Maresca. It was very zonal, but I don't have an issue with that. I'm okay with man marking. I'm okay with that. It's a little bit more old school. See, Enzo's just allowed to roam, but the problem as well with Enzo is he can make runs, but he's not a dribbler and he's not particularly fast either. So once he gets that ball, unless he's got support in and around him, that's not a player you want to be isolated. He needs company. I need to see more link up. I mean, he's trying. Don't get me wrong, he's trying. But I think more of the action actually has gone on the left-hand side with Neto and Cucurella. I haven't really seen too much of Santos. I haven't seen... I mean, João Pedro's had moments, but when I say moments, I just mean a little bit of link up here and there. Nothing much. Palace playing some nice football, but we're happy to sit deep as it stands. Wharton chips one in, far post, a little bit too far, a little bit too long. Goal kick. Thanks for the kind message, Neil. Appreciate it. No post-match interviews. No, I'm sorry, mate. No, not today. I mean, I would have happily had someone do it, but nobody else has the equipment. So no fan cams today, unfortunately. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. That's why we've got the watch along. Usually, if I was at home, I wouldn't do a watch along, but I thought, why not? It's better to do something instead of nothing, right? Now on the counter, use that pace, knock it past him. Yes, Neto. That's it. That's it. Oh. The cross celebrates in front of the Palace faithful. But I don't have a problem with Neto keeping it simple. That is okay, my friend. You're predictable anyway. You might as well try and use your own strengths, right? The worst thing ever is when you see a player and you know he needs to put a ball in and he fakes it and he does back and he goes back and he fakes it and he goes back and then he passes backwards. You're like, oh, really? What was the wait for? Sometimes you just need to knock it past the man. See, Steve-O can get away with it, though, because he's got enough skill to take a man on consistently. I trust him to do that. And he'll still give the ball away plenty of times. But Neto, no, not for me, guys. Not for me. Some good defending by Palace there. Enzo had the ball and straight on him, not giving him a second to breathe. And Lerma gives him a little push as well. Enzo's not happy about that. Referee went up to him and he was like, fuck off, man. To be fair, Cucurella is not like fully inverting. He's kind of half inverting. He's inside, but it's not, there's a little bit of width. He is inverting, but not in the same way that I would have seen previously. He's not necessarily involved as much in the build-up from the front. They got to get past the first phase as well to get the ball to Cucurella. But they have done it many times. Cucurella has been involved. Santos, nice. It's forward. João Pedro, twist, turns, gets in front. Steve, heavy touch. Keeps it, shoots. And it was blocked. Ball's up to Mateta, and now Saab at Badiashile with a good interception. Well done, mate. Apart from that one mistake that Badiashile's made, I actually think he's had a good game. Same for Chalobah. I think they've both been pretty good. Been happy with Cucurella as well. James, not as involved in the game, but he's been fine. I need to see a little bit more from Steve. And I'd like to see some more from Neto as well. João Pedro, moments of link up. No real opportunities though to finish off his dinner. So I can't say too much. If you're not giving the guy service, then there's no need for me to say anything further. I've been impressed with Andre Santos as well in the middle. Some good link up. Oh God. I think James got the flick on first, but he flicked it the wrong way. Long throw. James wins the header and puts it in a perfect position to Sarr to finish off. If I'm honest, if that was a Palace player, I would have said that's a great assist. But Cucurella was trying to be as sharp as possible. Sanchez came out. That would have been a goal with a good connection. That would have been a goal. Not great from James there. And Enzo loses out on that duel. And Palace in possession again. Oh, what, Wesley Fofana instead of Badiashile, of course, no doubt. But I mean, it's not a tactical decision. I'm sure why Badiashile's playing. It's just Fofana's been rested. That's the main thing. Well, we have won the ball back a couple of times in good positions, guys. It's not that we haven't pressed, but we've sort of picked our moments, haven't we? We're not doing it all the time, but we are doing it. It's not an intense press. I mean, now I'm looking at it and I can see quite a few players forward willing to try and win the ball up the pitch. But in and around the keeper's box, sort of holding fire ever so slightly. And then that trigger seems to be when the goalkeeper gets the ball again and they pass it back to him. And then man-to-man, which could be catastrophic if someone doesn't do their job, but at least it gives players a little bit of accountability. You know who your man is. If you lose him, it's your fault. Yeah. Oh, Caicedo, that's a heavy touch. Not a great pass from Caicedo there. Santos looks cozy, though, in that midfield, especially on the ball. Mitchell whips the ball in. Mateta headers, and not the best connection there. Cucurella chipping it forward for Neto, using his pace. But it's not a great ball either. Rubbish. Yeah, Trev's having a really good game. Yeah, I need to see Esteval getting more involved, guys. I need to see Esteval getting more involved. I think Enzo in the 10 is just a bit strange. You know, I'm not like highly against it, but I'm also not a fan. You know, it's a bit like João Pedro, really. I don't hate the guy, but I don't really. I'd rather see Delap. And Fernandez, for me, has always been a very up and down Very up and down player. I mean, who have we got on the bench? We've got Gittins, Garnacho. We've got no 10 on the bench. Nothing. I mean, you would have had Buonanotte, but you got rid of him. Fewest touches. Brennan Johnson, João Pedro, Lerma, Mateto, Sarr, all on 12. We've gone short with a goal kick again. And, of course, we've lost the ball. Oh, for God's sake, Caicedo. Another one. He needs to be careful. Lerma slides in. Neto actually, to be fair, I'm surprised Neto's not getting in trouble because Neto stumped on him. He jumped in the air because he missed the ball and he came straight back down. Oh, I'm not going to lie. That's not looking great for Neto, That's nasty. He's getting away with that. That's lucky. That is very lucky. Because if that's a card, that's a red. That's malicious intent, isn't it? What do you think, guys? He jumps in the air. He has a chance to put his foot on the ground, and he actively chooses to kick the Palace player. Oh, my God, Steve's through. Steve's through. 1-on-1. Oh, yes! Yes! Steve-O! What a dance. What a celebration. What a goal. Clinical. Oh, that's beautiful. I did say I thought Steve would get a goal today. That was a great finish. Brilliant. How many players would have fluffed their line at that opportunity one-on-one? Palace had so many players forward, and Steve saw the space in behind and ran straight there. I don't know why they had such a high line, Palace. And he goes through, he gets pushed on the outside, and he goes straight. Bang! Power! Powerful finish. Mitchell can't do anything. He's shielding him. Oh, it's just the power that beats the keeper. It's the power. Because it was actually straight down the middle. It wasn't in the corner. What a connection. To be honest, if I'm the keeper, I'm thinking, I might want to, maybe I should have done better there, but you can't take anything away from the finish. That was a fantastic finish from Steve. Brilliant. On the scoreboard. What a player. This is the thing, though, right? We know that Steve's got the ability in terms of what he can do on the ball. I think that the frustration at times is that he doesn't get himself involved in the game enough. But there's a clear identity. There's a clear player. We know what his threats are. And he does have a great shot on him as well. I think he's been guilty a number of times of sometimes maybe overdoing it a little bit. You know, trying to walk the ball into the back of the net, but he didn't have that opportunity. So, well done. Well done, Esteval. Great effort. Did we not love that goal, guys? Glasner's fuming. Absolutely fuming. Talks of selling Trevor's madness. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Why would you sell? This is what we were saying at the bridge the other day. Literally one of the better centre-backs in the Premier League, if you're looking at a squad player that can play regularly but can also, you know, rotate. You get the best of both worlds. It makes no sense. You're not going to get more than 25 million for him. He's worth about 30 or 40 in the modern day market for what you get from him and what you want from a centre-back. It makes no sense to get rid of Trevor Chalobah. That's such a good goal, guys. Such a good goal. George Benson was saying what? What did he say? Oh, Baddy. Fucked it up twice. Baddy Ashill's been the big liability in there. Him and Caicedo in the midfield, if I'm being honest. Caicedo giving the ball away, also, you know, on the verge of potentially getting a second yellow. Baddy Ashill giving the ball away 3 times now in not great position. But I'm going to say 2 because that was the same play. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's be nice. Flick on from Mateta. Okay, Caicedo's in there. Ball's in. Zhao, get your body in the way. Oh, what, bringing Fofana on? Yeah. I mean, Badishil definitely, now that we're a goal up, you'd expect Fofana to come on to try and give us a little bit more stability and physicality. And just no nonsense defending, really. It's not even about off the ball as well. On the ball, he takes risks in the sense that he'll drive out, but you don't get many issues with Fofana. Listen, if Fofana stays the whole season pretty much injury-free like he has so far, I will give that man all the credit in the world. And I'll say fair play. But if I'm not getting a full season out of that guy, he just frustrates the hell out of me. There's nothing worse than the player who isn't available. But the only difference is at the moment it's not even his own fault. The medical team are just taking their precautions. Not even anything that our manager can do about that. Here we go. Steve gets the ball on the right. James, we always seem to go back to that left-hand side. It's like our go-to, isn't it? Lots of one-touch football as well. I like it. Willing to go long. Neto keeps it in. Out for a Chelsea throw. So far, I think it's a good start. Liam's set us up pretty well. And it's never an easy battle tactically against Oliver Glasner. It's never an easy... I mean, Palace, regardless, you know, you've got to be in a position to just take your chances. I said this before. If we're not going to be completely dominant, be clinical. And Steve was. He was absolutely clinical. And then you can decide, okay, that's fine. We don't need to have a million chances. I don't mind that. You want to be a bit more pragmatic, fine by me. Although we are still trying to play football, guys. We're hardly sitting back. You know, we're picking our moments to press. But we want to win the ball back. It's not as intense as I expected. But yeah, it's good play from Palace there. That's good. There's a lot of movement. They've got a lot of players to look for. That's what Palace do really well. They don't stand still. Wharton's got the ball and there's players running around, moving. You've got Muniz on the right. You've got Mitchell making a run on the left. Mateta's in there. You've got Johnson in there ready to get the ball. Ball goes in. Badiashile gets rid. And Palace recycle it again. Come on, guys. Where's the bite? And this is where you need clarity from the manager, because that is fucking shit defending. I hate it when that happens. They just open us up. Go on, Cuckoo, make the run. All right, fair enough. Being patient. But during that phase, we just let them come at us. It's like we don't even want to win the ball back. I don't mind sitting back a little bit. It's not a problem. Sit back with a purpose. You don't sit back to then continue sitting back. You sit back so that eventually when you get the opportunity, you can win the ball back. Ah, Santos, mate. What is that? Giving it away there. We're having a lot of balls that we're spraying to Neto, and we're not doing the same for Steve. I don't know if that's on purpose or I'm not sure. Sar in a lot of space as well. Baddy Shield's been in loads of positions where he'd had to just clear that first ball as well. I'm just worried that he's going to make another mistake because he is really involved in this first half. Shit, yeah, I need to change the score. Thanks for reminding me. Can you tell I do watch-alongs? Can you tell I do watch-alongs all the time? Big up to everyone. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, guys. If you're watching on X as well, retweet. It all makes a difference. Appreciate everyone watching. So far, so good, guys. So far, so good. Oh, my God. Steve's on another counter. João Pedro sprinting up. 2v3. Steve, right foot. Woo! Oh, man. Oh, my God. That came from an Enzo header. That was a big header. Palace, so many players forward. They're not covering themselves defensively. I tell you what, they're very vulnerable for the counter. Fair play to Steve. Oh, he went far post. Just dragged it wide. I think in that scenario, I want him to do a similar thing. Don't go right at the keeper, but just go hard on target. That worked before. Palace have got it again with Mitchell. And it's Sarr probing. Johnson loses it. Fouls Santos as well. Neil, you say he should have passed to Pedro. I don't know, man. I think that he was on for a goal, if I'm totally honest with you. And let's not sit here and act like João Pedro has been reliable in front of goal. I don't know what would have happened. I think that's a chance that he built himself. There was 3 players around him. It would have been too risky to risk not having a shot. That would have been very Enzo Maresca-esque if we pass that ball. It's like, okay, cool, you're playing for the team, but it's like someone still has to score. Like there's no problem going for goal. There's no issue with that. The problem is going for goal and being an idiot, which is what we see with Garnacho at times. That was absolutely fine. I encourage players, like any player, to go for goal. Absolutely, no problem. Do that. Have a shot. Like mess it up a few times. That's cool. You're a top player. Law of averages tells me you will eventually score. And then I go back to Garnacho, who I seem to be criticizing on this topic, but I am a fan of Garnacho. I don't know. Just need to be a bit more clinical. You're 8 seconds in front of me. Just pause it for 8 seconds. Yeah, we're good. We're good. That's perfect. It's actually been a great match. I got Rachel watching on the TV. I'm watching on a bloody computer. I got my phone on so I can see the chat. If I ever did do watch-alongs, I can assure you it would be much more organized than this. But you can't have it all, can you? You can't have it all. Garnacho is better than Neto. That's not true, though, is it? That's just not true. Because Neto's reliable. You know what you're going to get. I don't know what I'm going to get with Garnacho. But sometimes it's bloody good. And sometimes it is unbelievably rubbish. So I'm looking at Neto today and I'm saying, right, you're involved. You're trying to make things happen. It's not working. But on the flip side, we have that cover. We have that energy on that left-hand side. that I still feel like, we've got that support. So I wouldn't change that, especially 1-0 up. Why would I change that? If Palace score, there's an argument to bring on Garnacho. But as it stands, I'd keep Neto on just for stability, defensive stability. Maybe bring Garnacho on after 70, 75 minutes, no problem. But what we're doing right now is enough to keep us in this game. I have no problem with a 1-0 game. Because what we have right now is we have a little bit of bite, guys. We have bite. And I love it. I love it. Look at that, a little bit of a push and shove. That's beautiful. That's what you want to see. Chelsea are not going into this game trying to play tippy-tappy, which is what a lot of the older fans say to me. I got a friend of mine called Steve who's at the game today, and he says, Alec, I can't stand this pass out from the back rubbish. No problem, mate. You're not going to get as much of that under Rosinha. We're certainly not going to play the same style. I'm just, the thing that confuses me is tactically, are you going to be able to compete with the best like Maresca did? And Maresca was able to compete with the best of the best. He was able to compete with Arteta. He was able to compete with, PSG, all of those big teams, and at least give us a respectable performance. Like when I look at some of the points we dropped in certain games, we lost the first game against City, but it was like they scored 2 chances. Apart from that, it's not like they heavily dominated us. But the away game, Sanchez, stupid mistake. Arsenal, like boring as hell, but I think it was 1-0, right? So there's not a lot in there. And the flip side is you have a manager like Rosinha with all this character and all these ideas. And he's going, I'm going to test this and test that. And you have the chance of getting absolutely dismantled against these top sides. But we haven't really had enough time to see. I mean, Arsenal was a great example of a game where I just felt pretty powerless as a fan watching Arsenal in third gear. And we were trying our best to get involved, and it just wasn't really working. But we still managed to get 2 goals because of a great Garnacho substitution. Right. I'd love to know what we think about that first half, guys. Let's do a little first half review. What are we thinking, guys? Let me know, first of all, who do you think is been the best player for Chelsea? Number 1. Who do you think has been the worst player for Chelsea? And would you make any substitutions at halftime? So those are the 3 questions I have for you right now. Who was the best player? Who was the worst player? And would you make any substitutions at halftime? And if you've got any other comments about the performance as a whole, I'd love to hear it. I mean, personally, if I'm going player by player, Sanchez has had nothing to do. James, pretty limited. Not really too much to say about him. Cucurella has been very involved. Caicedo needs to do better. Chalobah has been decent. Badiashile, he's had some good moments, but he's made a couple of mistakes. I want to see him come off for Fofana. It will probably be after maybe 60 or 70 minutes. That's fine. That's the substitution I want to see, as long as we can hold up until that point. Esteval, not been particularly involved, but when called upon, got a great goal, clinical and intelligent finish. Yeah, he went for the percentage play. There's a good chance the keeper saves that, but you know that you're going to challenge the goalkeeper as well. And for me, if Henderson's on his day, then there's a good chance he saves it. But it was such a powerful shot. You have to give credit to Esteval for putting him in a position to have to make that save, because there's so many players, guys. I don't think João Pedro scores that. I don't think Liam Delap scores that. I don't think most of the players in this team score that goal. Not in that fashion. I don't see any of the players scoring that kind of goal. I really don't. And that's a testament to Esteval Willian. He decent pace, held off his man, and very, very composed at the end. I've been really impressed as well with Andre Santos. He gave the ball away a few times, but actually, all in all, I thought he was really composed in the midfield. Actually, Caicedo, for me, needs to do a little bit better. I'm looking at Santos being really composed, and then Caicedo with a couple of moments slightly rash. For me, Santos has been the man in the middle. And then Enzo Fernandez, very, very involved, trying to get stuck in. Got almost got an assist from a sort of head clearance for a second Esteval goal, but it didn't quite work out. But I need to see a little bit more than just heart. I'd like to see more quality from Fernandez. That also goes for Pedro Neto as well. Need to see a little bit more from both of them. So number one, my player of the match so far, I'm going to give... Who's been our best player, guys? Best player. I'm intrigued. Everyone's saying get Neto out, get Watchalong. If we score a second goal, then I'd happily substitute Neto just to give minutes to another player. I'd love to see Gittins maybe get some minutes. Although I think this game is more suited to Garnacho because it's a little bit chaotic at times. I've been really impressed with Santos. Who's been the best player? I'm trying to think now. That's where I got the goal, but in terms of the overall performance, probably give it to I mean, there's no clear winner, is there? Chalobah, Santos for me, 2 honourable mentions. Cucurella, it's been fine as well. Yeah, I'll give it to I'll give it to Steve so far. My player of the match so far, but it's not by a lot because that goal was great, but he had the second chance, which he also could have capitalised on. I know some of you were saying that he should have passed to João Pedro. I disagree with that. I don't agree with that whatsoever. And I think Mahrez makes a great point as well. If Palace does have a good second half, then you've got to be careful with Caicedo. So then I'm looking on the bench at some of the options. And I'm saying, okay, where do we have for cover? We got Hato, we got Fofana defensively, we got Malo Gusto, and we got Achimpong. So if you don't want to bring on Fofana, potentially you can bring on Achimpong as well. But I will say this, Achimpong always has a moment as well in games. People don't talk about it. There's always one moment in a game where Achimpong gives the ball away, and it just makes me feel a little bit, uncertain. For that reason and that reason alone, I'd rather see Fofana. I don't see Hato coming on. I don't see Gusto coming on unless James is going to be starting against Napoli, in which case that would make sense. The other argument is that you take off Caicedo if you're scared of him getting a yellow card, and then you put Gusto on the right, and you bring on Gusto for Caicedo, and you have James inverting in the midfield. That I know a lot of people don't like, but I actually think that James, for me, has convinced me that I'm happy for him to be a midfield regular, especially if you need cover for Caicedo, specifically if you need cover for Caicedo. What's everyone saying about this? We need Reece in the right back role. Off the ball, but if you need some bite in the middle, then I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking for a bit of bite, guys. What are people saying? People are saying that. I wasn't. One of the comments says, I wasn't a Maresca fan, but Rafinha is just a disaster. The football is no longer watchable. It's no surprise that a coach who didn't earn the job is so bad. I said from day one that with him, we wouldn't finish in the top 5. I'm just trying to understand the logic when we're winning the game. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, that was not the kind of performance that I would have expected to see with Maresca. We went long a lot. We played pretty fast at times, and we were quite willing to counter. We also didn't invert James. And we started Steve. Multiple reasons. What are the odds on us keeping a clean sheet? Great question. Well, if we're looking at previous games, the odds are looking pretty good. We've got a clean sheet against Brentford and Paphos. So keeping that momentum going, we should have a little bit of confidence there. But prior to that, we had no clean sheets. Fucking hell. Since Everton at home, which was on the 13th of December. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games without getting a clean sheet. Says, yeah, our defending's been dodgy. There's no doubt about that. But if there's one thing you've got to give Rafinha credit for, it's the fact that we've been able to get some defensive stability back. And this is my thing. Is like, I don't mind grinding results out in unconvincing fashion if you're able to do that consistently. That shows that you had a little bit of bite to what you're doing, and it might not be pretty, but it's effective, right? My background sucks. Well, it's either that or my curtain. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, but a green screen is the best option. But I mean, usually, if we're going to get technical, my background would be that I'm not here in the first place and I'd be inside the stadium. That would be my background. Hey, man, this was a birthday haircut. I want it short because I don't want to style it. I like waking up and not having to do anything with it. I would get the whole beard off, but I'm not allowed, if you know what I mean. So I'll take what I can get. And the reason I don't use the green screen as a green screen is because my computer doesn't work very well. So what would happen is, actually, I could show you, I think. Should we give it a go? It's not working. That's not even that bad. Usually it's a lot worse. That's actually not even that bad. That actually might be the best I've ever seen it. All right, let's give it a go then, shall we? Let's give it a go. I'm at Chelsea, guys. I'm at Stamford Bridge. Do you prefer that? What else have I got saved? I don't have many. I might have a picture of father. Shall we use father? Oh, yeah. Where's father? Have I got father anywhere? No, I don't. Oh, there's father. Oh, that's great. Is that how we're doing the watch along now, guys? There you go. That's one of the best backgrounds I've ever seen. Oh, that is just great. That is great. Oh, I love it. Fucking got his middle finger out. That is awesome. Oh, it's funny. Second half's back. I'm not seeing it. It's not on Sky. Not yet. Can we have Nina? I don't have a Nina background, I'm afraid. Sorry, mate. Can't help you with that one. If I can find another one, I will. Look, for the meantime, look, cozy bedroom. Oh, yeah. How's that? This is awesome. My background's never been this good, honestly. The green screen sucks. My computer's actually doing me a solid today. So are we happy with this? Or do we want something else? All right, I'll see if I can get Selhurst Park. How about that? Right, they're all walking out onto the pitch as well. About to start shortly. Right, they've kicked it off. Screw it. We'll just keep it like this for now. I'll be in this nice room. Charlie on the bog. Eating his Chinese food already. He loves his Chinese, doesn't he, Father? He loves his Chinese. Absolutely loves it. Right, if we're happy with this. Right, can we have all in favor of the living room background then? Are we happy with that? So either the living room or the brick. Those are options. I've got this one as well. Not as good, I don't think. All that. I'm going to go living room or brick. All in favor of brick? Let me know. All in favor of living room? Let me know. Cucurella whips it in. Steve! Living room. All right. Cool. Living room it is. James whips it in. That's a good cross, though. That's a good cross. I know some people want bricks. I can't do it all. Living room wins. Living room wins today. Yeah. Do you know what the nice thing about that play was as well? James gave it to Esteval. It was one touch football and he just whips it in, man. Frustrates the hell out of me when players need 5 seconds to just put it in. I mean, sometimes that's just down to the fact that they're not good enough to ping it off the back. We are looking at a world-class footballer with Reece James, which I appreciate. Come on, then. Oh, we haven't gone near post, have we? Yes, we have. Steve heads it back. Terrible header. Santos. Cuckoo. Sarr's in. Knocks it forward. And Chalobah composes himself and does a good job there. Until he gives it away. But he manages... Yeah, we still gave it away. To be fair, I feel like Chalobah was slightly isolated, but you needed to release that earlier. Stop messing around. That's the nice thing about having a left-sided defender, right? If you'd have had Badiashile in that position, he'd be strong on his left. But Chalobah was covering for him. That's cool. Listen, guys, if I've constantly got a green screen that actually works, then I'll happily do a live stream like this. Most of the time, I don't have this luck. I really don't. Usually, everything's blurry. You see, it's starting to get a little bit blurry, but yeah, I can live with that. So Caicedo's coming up a little bit further with Enzo to press. Caicedo's on Wharton, Enzo's on Lerma. Mateta and Chalobah with a little wrestle. Mateta comes out on top, but Chalobah then wins it. Beautiful, mate. Well done. He's not scared of a bit of rough. That's it. Lovely pass. Yes, Zhao. Neto's in. Shoot. Oh, yes. That's it, Zhao. I'm clapping for you. We love a clap at Chelsea. We love a clap. Keep clapping, boys. Well done. I thought he messed that one up, but he cut inside on his left. He went for it. Fair play. Well done, João Pedro. Great effort. Great effort. And it was a great bit of play as well by Esteval. One touch finish. It was a good pass. It wasn't close enough that the keeper felt convinced to come out and do something about it. Also, you've got to give a lot of credit to Chalobah winning that ball back from Mateta. You had the runs. You had Enzo, who was up there. You had Pedro Neto, who was making a run. I thought actually Neto was the best option, but with that dummy, he set himself up with space and he was willing to shoot with his left foot. Oh, I mean, it's a beautiful pass by Esteval. Beautiful pass. Esteval as well with a goal and assist now. You can't deny that. That's beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Wharton got absolutely done there. And again, straight at the keeper, but lots of power. It's the power that beats him. It's the power. He just smacked it. He gave him a nutmeg as well. Henderson's not having a great day, is he? Not really sure what that celebration is, whatever that is. Don't know what that means, but well done, Zhao. Well done, mate. Fantastic. Great effort. And my prediction was 3-1. So far we're on track, but in a better world, we're going to go from 3-1 to 3-0, get a clean sheet as well. This is the time to play Palace. This is always the best time. They've just lost Mark Gurhey. Mateta wants to leave. Glasner said he's not staying. Good ball by Enzo as well for Steve. He manages to keep that in. He's driving. And that's got to be a foul. Ref, what are you doing? That's child abuse. He's not even he's an adult, isn't he? He might be 18. I was going to say it's not really child abuse. But it's close enough. Come on, man. Have a bit of sympathy. I thought that was a foul. I think that's very harsh on the ref. Glasner's fuming. Absolutely fuming. I reckon he wants to get sacked straight away. He doesn't want to stay there. No chance. How do we know that top 5 is going to guarantee you Champions League? Like, how do we know that? How is that confirmed? Has that been confirmed publicly? Who said that? Another long throw from Palace. What the hell is that? Oh, Chalobah's been hit on the head. I didn't see what happened there. Who hit him? Was it an elbow? Or did he fall down? It looks like he might have clashed heads or had an elbow. Chalobah was in there, and it was a clash of heads there. Lacroix and Chalobah. This is what I love about Trev, though. He gets in there and he challenges. He doesn't mess around. I respect players like that. I respect it. Fofana's another great example of a player who's willing to just get stuck in. And then I look at Badiashile and I see a player that holds back slightly. I look at Tosin and I see a player that holds back a lot. Well, just isn't. I don't know what the hell Tosin is. He's just not willing to go in and challenge on a consistent basis. He'll be against someone. He's 6'6", whatever it is, 6'7", 6'7". And then, sorry, I had to do it. I work with kids, so fucking every time, mate. Every time. Every time the word 6 comes out, you got to get it. You got to do it. I got some kids and they're like, Alex, if I win this game, can I say it? And I'm like, sure. If you do well, you can say 6-7. You have my permission. But going back to tossing, you've got guys 6-6 or whatever it is, and he'll be against someone that's 6-1, 6-2. And I'm not confident that he's going to win that aerial battle. And Badia Shield, for me, gives you a little bit more in the air than tossing. Great catch from Sanchez. Hey, he's been pushed out the bloody box. Look at him rolling around. Look at him rolling around. He did nothing to you, Robert, mate. Oh, look. It's like he's got flour on his face. He's got a white face. Look at that. Well, I think he might have stepped out before that, if I'm totally honest. Look at Sanchez's face. He's got the paint on him. Now, he wanted to unleash a counterattack desperately. I think the referee's right to give a foul, to be fair. I think the referee is right. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Look at Sanchez's face. He's got bloody paint all over him. Someone's had a good time, right? There you go. Anyway. Yeah, Palace are not really I don't feel particularly threatened by Palace, and this is great. This is a testament to the way we've defended as well. Apart from the individual mistakes that we have made, we have done a great job of defending in this game so far. Really great job. We've dealt with the long throws. We're dealing with the runs in behind. We're dealing with the long balls. Chalobah's winning the battle against Mateta. Santos has done a great job of protecting the back line as well. Caicedo's in there. You've got that bite. Cucurella as well. Yeah, very happy with Cucurella. I think João Pedro actually has been really good, especially since that goal. We're playing with a confidence, and there you go, Enzo. James. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What an effort. What an effort. Steve, that was just brilliant to watch. That was brilliant to watch. But this is something we were speaking about the other day. It's about players that complement each other. And, oh, come on, Andre. I think Andre was thinking, what the hell is Cucurella doing in sort of, was he inverting? I can't remember. What a great shot by Esteval, by the way. Unbelievable shot. I need to see a replay on the last play when we gave it away. Are they not showing a replay for that? Right. Well, I think Cucurella was meant to be in his left-back position and he wasn't. And that's why Santos went in that area when he passed. But I'm not sure who to blame. I'm going to blame Santos, but potentially there could have been a positional issue as well. But yeah, João Pedro, like, this is why having Neto is not a bad thing, though. Because he's oh, here we go. Steve. That's it. James, they've linked up really well, those two. Yes! Yes! Handball! João Pedro went straight at the play. I thought it hit his hand as well. I'm not going to lie. Need to see a replay on that. Badia Shield. Is he going to whip it? No, he isn't. Cuts it back. Caicedo. Chips in. Enzo with the run. A little bit too heavy there. Referee's not even having a look. He doesn't even want to know about it. Fair enough, mate. That's a handball. That's a handball. Seriously? I've just seen the replay on that now. Fucking hell. Steve is playing with such a confidence. Do you know what? I'm going to say this as well. If there's one reason to play Steve on that right-hand side, it is if you've got James on that right as well, because you know when you've got two top quality footballers together, they can help each other and they can read each other, because you know that if you're making a run, you're playing alongside a player that can find you, that can understand what you're doing and allow you to get into positions that you wouldn't normally feel comfortable getting into if you had Josh on the right or Gusto. Speaking of which as well, you got VAR looking to see if it's a penalty, which I think it's quite clear, actually. The fact that this has been brought back after quite a long period of time. So the play comes in. James is there. Is he checking for offside? Seriously? For God's sake. Come on, guys. That's clearly a handball. That's a handball, guys. It is a handball. I'm sorry. He's denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity with his hand. I don't care what you say. I know it's close to his body, but it is denying a clear goal. You cannot deny it. And there's a part of me that goes, you know, he can't change where his hand is. I'm sorry. This is modern-day football. You can put your hand behind your back. It is a modern-day penalty. It's not clear-cut. 10 years ago, they probably wouldn't have given it. Modern day, that is a pen. I'm saying it right now. You're shocked that Maresca didn't utilize Esteval. Yeah, I'm shocked. And that angle as well, when they show the new angle, that looks even more blatant. That's the most obvious penalty I've ever seen in my life. Why is the referee still having a look at this? For God's sake. There's a part of me that thinks he won't give it. He's not going to fucking give it, is he?
Meantime, the players stand around and the supporters are in the dark. Well, quite simply, this is down to the referee's interpretation of whether he agrees with the VAR here.
He's not going to give it. He's not going to fucking give it.
Out of review. The ball hits Crystal Palace 23. It is an accidental handball, not a deliberate. It's an accidental handball. Therefore, it is a penalty kick. However, because it's accidental, it is only a yellow card. Only a yellow card.
The referee said it was a handball, but it was an accidental handball. And because it was an accidental handball, we're still going to give the penalty, but it's only a yellow card, not a red card, as if that was some sort of positive. I mean, that must be what's in the rules, isn't it? So, I mean, you can't deny it. If that's what's in the rules, I can't argue with that. But I don't even see how that's a yellow card, to be quite honest with you. I think that's a harsh yellow. It's a fucking accident. Who's taking this pen? Enzo Fernandez is taking the pen.
Enzo Fernandez starts over it for Chelsea.
Come on, Enzo. He seems to be our backup penalty taker after Palmer. I feel pretty confident about Fernandez taking pens.
This season has conceded penalties to Everton and to Manchester City as well. Freshly appointed captain, can he help keep his side?
Please don't tell me you just ruined that for me, Neil. Okay. All right. He scored. I thought you were doing a spoiler there, Neil. I thought you meant the goalkeeper stopped the goal. Now I know what you meant. You're talking about the handball. Yeah, guys, no spoilers in the chat. If you put spoilers in the chat, I'm going to have to stop you from commenting. Just don't stop. Don't ruin it for anyone else that is maybe a little bit behind you. I'm on 64 minutes as it stands. 3-0, guys. We are loving it. We're loving life. We are loving life. I might have to change my background here. I might need to upgrade my living room. This living room's not good enough for a 3-0 win. Don't know what I've got, to be fair. I must have some mad photos on there. Interesting backgrounds. Penthouse time, yes. Where is it? Where's me and my best mate? You ready, guys? You're going to like this one. There's the background. Me and my mate Enzo. Now let's go back. I prefer the living room. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Appreciate everyone that's tuning in. If you're feeling good as it stands, because we scored 3 goals and we're winning by 3 goals, I will be buying 3 shirts on okjersey.com and using the code CFTV for an extra discount. So if you fancy some cheap football shirts, that is the place to go. There's a QR code on screen as well as a link in the description as well. If you don't use the code, you won't get a discount. Oh, what a life. That was a foul on Caicedo. Adam Wharton's losing his head. Not surprising when you're down 3-0 against Chelsea. But I was saying this, guys, clean sheets builds confidence. It does build real confidence. And there was a guy who was tweeting earlier saying that, I hate what Brusinha's doing. And this is why I hate this guy. We were 1-0 up at the time. And I'm thinking, I'm not really sure I understand the negativity there. Yeah, sure. If we're losing, you can express some frustration. For me, there's been moments in this game where we could have been, let's just say, under the cosh a little bit more. And we did put ourselves under pressure when Badiashile gave the ball away. That was the main moment. We had a couple of set pieces which we defended very well. I can't think of anything else that Palace have had. We've defended really, really well, guys. Really well. And Badiashile has been the weak link, but he's also had some good moments. Let's not completely negate that. But obviously, he has been the one player that I thought if something bad's going to happen, it would be through Badiashile. This is the moment now where I go, maybe a good idea to bring on Fofana, especially if you're not going to start him against Napoli. But if you're planning on starting him against Napoli and you want to get 90 minutes, I'm not sure what the medical department are allowing in terms of that. Not 100% sure. Yeah, great challenge from James, winning the throw. Fuck's sake, guys. I keep forgetting to update the score. You got to remind me. Sorry. Keep forgetting to. I'm not used to this watch-along thing, guys. I'm really not used to it. Thanks for reminding me. Right. We're back. We are back. It's 3 now. There you go. Thank you for updating me. Can you pause yours for another 2 seconds? Just 1, 2. That's fine. Yeah. It's not looking not looking great for Palace at the moment, is it? It's not looking great at all. You giving man of the match already, Steve? Neil? I am inclined to agree with you on Steve. I'm also very, very impressed with Trevor. I think Cucurella has been good, but I'll give Trev's been my favourite in the defence. The link up from James has been impressive. That's really helped Esteval. And I have been impressed with João Pedro as well, actually, in this second half. I think João Pedro has been exceptional. Pedro now, still haven't really seen much from him, to be fair. But this is the thing, guys. Like, I know it sounds like it's not what people want to hear, but you've got a player like that. And I feel like having a player like Neto allows another player to shine. There's a lot of players out there that are appreciated because somebody else is there, not necessarily getting that same amount of, I don't know what the word is. Let's just say doing more of the hard yards, not necessarily as flamboyant. And now it's still got that energy. He's on that right-hand side. Look at that. He's got that pace. Trying to link up with João Pedro. It's bloody rubbish from João Pedro. He gives that away. And Santos, again, tries to win it back. Wharton in behind. And Palace concede possession again. But for me, Pedro Neto on the left is not a bad thing if that's what I'm going to get from Esteval. But it's worth definitely creating the argument that Garnacho deserves an opportunity to play alongside Esteval as well. That's worth a debate. I think what will end up happening is against Napoli. I think Garnacho will probably end up starting on the left, and yeah, that's a foul. Garnacho on the left. Who have we got after that? Gusto and Gittins are coming on somebody else as well. And then we've got West Ham at home. It's not a long recovery, really. So, I mean, there's an argument that potentially Esteval could start against Napoli as well. Oh, good play by Pino. Oh, that's a nasty one from Wharton. That's a second yellow. Off you go. Bye-bye. Hasta la vista. Nice knowing you, mate. Fuck off. If I was a Palace fan, I'd be going, sure, it can't get any worse than this. We're 3-0 down. We've conceded some really bad goals. Not really dominating the game. We haven't created any chances. Surely it can't get any worse than this. It can. It fucking can. And that puts us on track for another one. Great little flick from Caicedo, who's always going to get there first. Wharton's just been reckless. The guy's completely lost his head. Lost his head. Playing like an idiot. Will Hughes is warming up for Palace. That's going to cause us some big issues. Good old Will Hughes. Yeah, I'm really scared of him. Interesting to see what we do there. Fofana's on. Is Badiashile off? I hope so. Neta's off. Gusto's on. And Steve is coming to the left. Is that what's going on here? Oh, Esteval's off. Gittins on. Gusto on. Neto off. Esteval getting a nice round of applause there, as he should.
It's another one of those who's been hit by the sickness bug. To return to the break and a valuable quarter of an hour or so of action.
Chelsea fans singing his name in the away section as well, Esteval. It's a great song, isn't it? La 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 la. Esteval running down the wing, scoring goals here. The Chelsea sing. It's a banger, isn't it? That's a bang. We have some rubbish chants, but that's a cracker. James fucked that one up. And we conceded a pretty bad opportunity from Johnson there. That was James's fault. Now, what the hell are we doing? Are we playing? What the fuck is that? I'm just trying. What the fuck? I'm still trying to consider because it looked like James is in the middle. Is he? What the hell is he doing? Is he inverting? Or is he playing as a? What the hell was that? Have we gone to a back five? Now, Esteval, it's not a problem if Esteval, we're 3-0 up. It's not a problem if Esteval goes off. If he's going to play, this is a good indication, guys. This means there's actually a chance we'll start against Napoli, which I think would be very positive for us. Palace whipping another ball. Overcooked. Right, let's see what we're doing with this formation. What are we doing here? There's a lot of wrestling going on inside that box, I tell you what. But we've been up for the physicality of it. We've been very happy to get physical. And that's something under Maresca that I felt like we were missing at times, was that bite. You get a little bit passive at times and you think, you know, it's all great having these great footballers, but if you don't have that energy and that desire, it's quite underwhelming. Yeah, James is inverting then. He's midfielder. He's a midfielder now. He's pivot. He's a pivot alongside Santos, and then you got Malagusto. You got Malagusto as a... What the hell is he doing? Is he a right back or is he a midfielder? I'm trying to figure it out. Are we playing a... I think we're playing a back three with a pivot in front. The wing backs... Well, Cucurella is playing as a wing back, and then Gusto's... What the fuck? Well, he's definitely inverting on the ball. I want to see what we do off the ball. On the ball, we're inverting 100%. So it's a back four. It's like a back three, actually. Cucurella is up, and Gusto's in the midfield. Our right winger is Jamie Gittins. Here we go for Fana steaming in. Gusto. Come on then. Little bit of link up. Gittins. That's a foul. Pulled on his shirt. But these are the kind of minutes that are valuable for Gittins, especially when we're winning games. Not too much pressure. You can go out there, try and have a little bit of fun. I don't mind that. Gusto tried to find João Pedro. It was actually a really good opportunity there. Well won back by Andre Santos as well. For me, has been very, very good in this midfield. Really enjoyed watching him. Yeah, Gusto's popping up everywhere, but I don't fully understand his role. Is he playing as a second 10? So we basically playing with Enzo and Gusto a little bit further up, and then the two pivots, and then you've got a back three with Cucurella overlapping. I mean, Cucurella is basically a left winger. Cucurella is a left winger. He's a left winger. Oh, I don't get it. I don't understand. Why are we playing with? Well, whatever. We're 3-0 up. I don't know why I'm overthinking it so much. Right, Josh Achimpong coming on now. No, sorry, Hatto. Joel Hatto's coming on. I'm really struggling to understand. I just don't understand. So, are we playing with a back three or what? Are we playing for Fafana, Chalobah, and Badia Shill? And then, right, James is off. Hatto's on. Regular left back again? Or an inverting left back? Well, we'll figure it out. It's fun to see. It's hard enough figuring this stuff out when I'm in the stadium and I don't get to see it. I don't have a good view of this. It is easier when I'm watching on a screen. It's so much easier to break it down. Right, Hatto's just playing as a midfielder. He's a pivot now. Cucurella's a winger. Because that's just a midfielder, I guess. He's just a midfielder. Fair enough. Very weird tactics. I'm not going to lie to you guys. These are very strange tactics. Liam's taking the piss. Well, I mean, he's taking the piss and he's 3-0 up. Can I say much? Not really. Fair play. You do that. You take the piss. You keep winning games. You keep doing that. Whatever that means. I don't know what this substitution is, but Gittins not really done much since he come on, but he has looked more relaxed. He doesn't look like a player that's playing under pressure. He's willing to take players on, and he was very rarely played on the right. It's nice that we've got that flexibility that we can do that. So on the ball, Gusto is a right back. Oh, sorry, off the ball, Gusto is a right back. So it is a back four. It's a back four, which turns into a back three when we have the ball. No, that's not Josh, guys. That's Joel Hatto. Hatto in the midfield, not Josh. Josh isn't left-footed. I don't know why people are getting so. I mean, I'd like to see another goal, but at the same time, I don't really care. We're 3-0 up, and I think it's been a really good performance. Really, really good performance. Very controlled, aggressive, lots of intensity, some good link-up play, some good individual moments as well. We've been willing to counter. We've had a lot of success on the counter, and I've seen some good character today from everyone. Actually, really good character. I mean, in terms of players that I think could do better, I think it would be nice to see less mistakes from Badia Shiel. I'd also say that Caicedo needs to try and just stop getting yellow cards and being rash it does put you, in a situation where you do feel slightly nervous. And I'd like to see João Pedro get involved in the game more in a way that creates a real impact. But it does feel like, when the team raises its level, João Pedro is able to also elevate himself, as opposed to just carrying the team. But he's certainly performed well. He's coming off now for Liam Delap, and I reckon there's still one or two more chances left in this game. And I think Delap will probably end up getting one of those chances. So let's see what he can do. But there's a good argument now from what we've seen from João Pedro today to see if he starts against Napoli. I would still say that I'd rather see Liam Delap. But who knows? Who knows? I'm leaning towards Delap. I am leaning towards Delap against Napoli. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw João Pedro either. They're both competing for that number 9 spot. I mean, as it stands up, I've been a big fan of Delap from the beginning. I have to admit that I was never a big advocate for the signing of João Pedro. He has had a mixed time at Chelsea. He had a great start, and then he was poor. He's improved recently a little bit. Today's been a good game for him, a very good game for him. But I want him to be a player that can elevate others, And if you're not going to elevate others, you need to get GA. When you're a forward that's willing to drop deep, your link up should be exceptional. You should be creative as well. You should be able to pick those passes. You should be able to find players. I don't see enough of that from João Pedro. But having said that, today, I don't have any qualms. Should have really got a second goal if it wasn't for the handball. He deserved a second goal. I was surprised that he wasn't allowed to take the penalty either. To be fair, we saw Enzo take it, which is fair enough. You got your designated taker. Yeah, Steve's definitely getting man of the match from me. I'm going Steve. Let me know in the chat who you would go for. But Esteval for me he's been that one player and you think this guy is an absolute baller. And today it wasn't the dribbling that made me look at Esteval in that way. It wasn't the dribbling. It was the shooting. It was the power of the shots as well. The accuracy of the shots. Two main ones that spring to mind, but he had another chance. But the power was exceptional. And also his creativity and that pass for the João Pedro goal as well was perfectly weighted. That's great football to watch. That is beautiful to watch. And that kind of link up, if that's what I'm going to see when I see the Brazilians on the pitch, then keep João Pedro. But I think as it stands, yeah, 3-1. 3-1. 3-1. I thought we saved that one, guys. I thought we saved that one. Fucking hell. Sanchez is fuming. He was going to get his clean sheet bonus as well. No bonus for you, mate. Enzo was on the floor. Sanchez was scrambling all over the place. It was saved the first time. It didn't cross the line. It bounces back. They shoot again. It's not great defending, is it? Palace are all over us there. We do look complacent. Gusto misses it. Blocked by Fofana. It bounces in the middle. You'd like to see Chalobah get in front of his man, but it's sort of all over the place, isn't it? If I'm honest. I can't even blame Chalobah for that. I can't even blame him. Maybe Santos. I don't know. That was just a goal. Absolute chaos. I'm not really sure who to criticize for that. Just a poor goal to concede at that point in the game. Full stop. Go on, Liam. Get it up there, son. Ah. Is that it? I don't even know what emoji that is. I don't even know what emoji that is. Is that another brick emoji? I can't see it. Let's have another look. What emoji is that? That is a brick emoji, isn't it? Yeah, we were asleep. It was just a rubbish goal in that sense. Sleeping goal, wasn't it? $89 minutes gone. Pretty much 90, actually. Andre Santos with a yellow. He's been fantastic today. I have loved watching Andre Santos, and I would love him to start against Napoli. I want to see Santos start against Napoli. Yes, Liam. Lots of heads going in, balls bobbling all over the place. Palace trying to put us under pressure. We're just bringing it right back. It's like a volleyball game. Hot potato. My ball, your ball, my ball, your ball. But eventually we win the battle and we win a foul. And I tell you what, 9 minutes of added time. That is extortionate. Nine minutes. Where did that come from? Doesn't make any sense. (2-0 Villa, 2-0 Forest, 3-1 to us. Well, one positive is we've got the score predictions correct. Anyone that said 3-1, myself included. I mean, we can be very impressed. The real disappointment was that we didn't get the clean sheet. I think that's a real disappointment. That would have shown, I mean, I would have been really, really impressed with a 3-0 win. A 3-1 win is still impressive for what it is, but clean sheet would have done wonders for these guys, for the confidence of these players. I just want to have that feeling, which I don't know yet if I certainly don't have it under Rosinha, but I never had it under Maresca either. And this is generally just managers that want to try and play out from the back and all the rest of it, is closing out games. Because if you're not willing to just sit back and be pragmatic and sometimes just protect the lead, there are moments where you can concede. On the flip side, sometimes you can be too passive, which we had one or two moments in the first half as well. But, yeah, here we go. Here's Liam. Oh, that's promising ball, but there was nobody there. I could see what he was trying. Santos, back to Enzo. Yes, well done, Enzo. Kept it in. Enzo's had a lot of energy today. I can't say I'm really appreciating Enzo at the moment, but I respect his leadership and I respect the fact that he's able to get in positions to get involved. But I do want to see more consistency from him. Yeah, just one game really doesn't do much for me. Wow. So Sky is saying the player of the match is João Pedro. Interesting. 6 out of 10 duels run, 2 successful dribbles, goal and assist. Should have had 2 goals, really. Change the score. Oh, thank you, Neil. See, if I get used to it, what I'll do one day, I'll have a software where I won't have to update it. It will update automatically. We're not quite there yet. Oh, tried to win that ball right at the end there, Hato. Look at the pressing from Enzo as well. Great energy. 94 minutes gone. Almost the end of this match. Pretty much impossible for Palace to get anything out of this. Cleared again. Yeah. Gittins is making a nice run, but Sanchez not particularly interested. Oh, that's it, Delap. Oh, unlucky. I don't know what it is. Every time Delap gets on the ball, I get excited, you know? I get really excited. Is it just me who feels like that? So I feel the same way. It's almost like when Mudryk was playing for us, and you just feel like, oh, what's going to happen here? Kind of unpredictable. You don't really know what's going to happen. You know what he wants to do. It's just a case of like, can he do it? Oh, Gusto. What was that? Right in the air. And you've got Gittins pretending to jump and try and head the ball, but not particularly interested. Another half-hearted challenge there. Delap. Yes. Hato. Enzo in space. Make a run. Gittins, make a run. Support him on the outside. Left foot. Still kept the ball in, to be fair to him. He's trying to win a foul. No luck. And Hughes has taken the ball off. I'm not sure what you were trying to do there, Enzo, mate. No, I did know what you were trying to do, but it didn't work. I think maybe if he would have had a bit of support from Cucurella or even Hato, you could have potentially put in a first-time pass, but I don't see a particular willingness to try and get forward and score another goal, which at this point in the game I can appreciate. Can I just say, Mateta did absolutely fuck all. Can we not give a little bit of credit to for Chalobah for keeping Mateta out of this game? And Adam Wharton got locked up as well. It was between him and Caicedo, really, that battle, wasn't it? And in the end, Caicedo won. But I have to give Andre Santos so much credit as well for his performance in the middle. For me, Santos was the standout performer in that position. And up top, Steve, João Pedro, they're the ones that get the credit as well. Neto was giving it a good crack, but not really many moments of quality. Good ball from Palace. Dealt with it well. We've cleared. Got a minute and a half left. Let's not concede another one, because that would be, a little bit rubbish, if we're being honest. I'm not going to go and say embarrassing, but not great. I don't even know if Cole Palmer's going to start against Napoli, to be fair. Like, for me, I've always been one of those people. Take as long as you need. As long as this is what he actually needs, then I don't have an issue with it. Pointless resting, for me, is pathetic. Esteval's fit. Play him. Play him against Napoli as well, especially if he's been substituted. Makes perfect sense why you've substituted him. He doesn't need to play the full game. He doesn't need to. He will be more valuable against Napoli to go and try and win us that game. Oh, it's good defending from Fofana. Cleared. Yeah. Come on, Delap. Hold it up. Oh, touch, mate. Touch. Fuck. I thought he might have been through there. $20 more seconds, boys. 20 more seconds. Ball goes in from Pino on the end of it. Sanchez saves. That was Sarr again. He's complaining. What's he complaining about this time? What you should be complaining about is that everyone wants to leave your football club. Maybe you should think about that. Enzo doing kicky up. He's on the side. Oh, he's having a good time. Don't know what he's doing there, though. Whistles blown. Celebrations commence. Well done, boys. It was a respectable performance, honestly. And that's a great win for Liam Rossigna. I would have personally been more intrigued by this fixture if Glasner was committed to Palace and if maybe they hadn't gotten rid of Mark Gurhey. But hey, let's try and put that to one side and give credit where credit's due. It's a fantastic result for us, guys. It's a great result. And the boys deserve some plaudits for this one. That's a great result, guys. It's a great result. W's in the chat. W's in the chat, honestly. I love it. Absolutely love it. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe. Appreciate everybody that's been tuned in for this watch along. W's in the chat. Newcastle looks like they're losing against Villa as well. They got a counter attack right at the end. And it was my birthday yesterday. Chelsea gave me a win on my birthday. I had a cracking day. Fantastic. It would have been nice to be there at Selhurst. I can't lie. It would have been nice. But you can't have it all. I'm glad to be at home and doing a watch along as well. I can appreciate both sides of it. And to be honest with you, if I could do more watch alongs, I would. I honestly wouldn't have an issue with it. Wouldn't be a problem for me. Maybe that's something I need to do. Maybe I need to do more watch-alongs. Maybe I'll plan something for next season. Who knows? If I can do it, I will. No problem. But one thing that did surprise me was that João Pedro got man of the match. I was expecting Steve to get that. So now if we look at the table, we are in 4th on 37 points. Liverpool on 36. We've gained ground on them because they lost. We've gained ground on Brentford and Newcastle and Sunderland. Fulham also won their game. They're 3 points behind us. And we are 9 points behind Villa now. Okay. All right. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. W's in the chat. Love it. That should be my new saying. I mean, that was my saying. I used to go to the gym regularly. And I put that on my social media. I put that on my Instagram. W's. Not many W's recently, if you're going to ask me about that. What I will say, guys, I'm really impressed with this background. I'm really impressed with the fact that the green screen's actually working. So if it continues, if the green screen actually works, I'll keep it. I'll keep the green screen in there. That's not a problem. I'm happy to do that. We don't know if Palmer's coming back on Wednesday. We don't know. But if he does, I'll be very happy with that. But more importantly, I want to see Esteval start. Esteval must start. James must start. Santos must start. Unsure about João Pedro or Delap, if I'm honest. But I will say this. João Pedro deserves to start based on the performance today. You got to give him credit for that, haven't you? You got to give him credit. You know, sometimes in life there's people that you don't particularly like, but after a while, you know, they sort of win you over and you think, actually, you know, at least I respect the effort, right? Or I respect some things to do with what you're doing, and maybe you become a fan after that. I feel like I was never a fan of João Pedro And now I'm looking at it and I'm going, I'm still not a fan, but I respect what you're doing. Credit me for advising you on the green screen. Yes, I will give you credit. Maximum potential, 37.96. I mean, you could have said it in a slightly more polite way, other than your green screen sucks. But thank you anyway. Appreciate that. I mean, it's obviously not such a bad green screen, is it? Because no, a little bit of tingles in there. It's not bad. Usually when I put the green screen on, the top half of my head it's like this, you know? But I'll happily, I'll get the green screen. I'll keep it going. Why do you think the green screen's working? I don't understand that then. I don't know. If I turn the light off, does that make a difference? Who knows? No, it looks good. It looks good. I like it. I like it. Maybe I'll keep it up then. Maybe I'll keep the green screen going. Who knows? So what are we saying, guys? Are we saying Esteval for man of the match? If it's Esteval for man of the match, then just put Steve-O in the chat. Steve-O, if you think Esteval was man of the match. JP, if you think João Pedro was the man of the match. If there's any honourable mentions as well, let me know what you think. Thank you. It's a nice place, isn't it? I look like I look like I live in a, I don't know, what country was that? Sort of an American place, and it's very spacious, very warm. Generally, when it's cream, it's warm, isn't it? If anyone's ever been to the Middle East, loads of cream stuff out there and sort of white, all the rest of it. Santos says static. I'm with you on Santos. He deserves a big honourable mention. I'm surprised João Pedro got man of the match. I really am. Santos was fantastic, though. He was great. He was brilliant. He was chopping it up in there, guys. He was chopping it up. A suburban American house. Yes, that's exactly what it looks like. I will be getting some new shirts as well. I thought I was going to get some for my birthday, but I didn't. So I'm going to get a few new Chelsea shirts as well. So if I do some watch-alongs, I won't have a hoodie. I'll hopefully have a shirt if it gets a little bit warmer. Big up to everyone. Really appreciate everyone that's come on. Big up to all of you. I've enjoyed this. I thought, why not? Let's do something. Let's do something. And I don't do watch-alongs a lot, but to be honest, guys, my schedule it's a very weird schedule. I work every evening, and I'm generally working when the games are on. I work on weekends as well. So the idea of being able to do videos regularly and watch-alongs regularly, a little bit difficult for me. The only time I get off is when I actually go to the games. But maybe it's something that I can look into, eh? Doing, some more watch-alongs, etc. That's something I can definitely look at. If you've enjoyed it, let me know. Any support is appreciated, whether it's a sub or a like, and comment as well. I always appreciate everyone that tunes in. Big up to all of you. I'm going to record my fan cam now and let everybody know what I think about this game. And I'll be back very, very soon. All the best, guys, and enjoy the rest of your weekend and the rest of your Sunday.